So joining us from the Defence Minister's residence, Pradeep, we expect a briefing at 10 today, and that's when we'll get to know exactly what has transpired last night, not just the unprovoked action from Pakistan's side, but also a befitting response from India.
Yes, Madhav, right now I'm outside Defence Minister's residence, and by 9:30 he'll be leaving for South Block, and in South Block there is going to be a meeting where he's going to meet Tri-Services Chief, and also CDS will be present in that meeting. And during that meeting they will be discussing how to deal with these drones and those loitering ammunition being fired from across that is being unleashed since during the last 24 hours. And we have seen that what is really a matter of concern is that the Jammu region has been on the misadventure radar of Pakistan. There had been 3 attempts on Jammu. The first attempt was 24 hours back. Then yesterday again at 8:30 they unleashed loitering munition. Missiles were also fired and drones were also unleashed from the other side. And everything was completely destroyed by India's Sudarshan Chakra, that is the S-400. And they were able to completely demolish and decimate all those drones as well as those missiles coming towards this side. But again in the morning at about 4:50 there was again another attempt made. That time there was again siren. Some drones were also fired, but this time towards the international border. Not only that, Pakistan is not only trying to target these areas, air bases, they are trying to target civilian areas, they are also trying to target security installations. Besides this, what they tried to do from Samba sector, an infiltration attempt was also made. They tried to infiltrate terrorists because they thought there will be blackout. So this is the best time that they can push in terrorists to destabilize for the situation on this side. But that infiltration attempt was also foiled by BSF, and after that...
Pradeep, just a moment, interrupting you there, my apologies. We have breaking updates coming in of the Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, who will be meeting the 3 service chiefs. So we are seeing back-to-back meetings that are taking place, huddles that are taking place after the Operation Sindoor continued late in the night. Tri-service chiefs are currently in the South Block, and shortly the key security meeting is expected. Rishabh joining us with that update. Yes, Rishabh.
So, Pratibha, what we are given to understand that in South Block, the headquarters of Minister of Defence, as well as the offices, as well as the building where the offices of the chiefs of the 3 services is, we can now confirm that the 3 Tri-Service Chief is here. Air Force, Army and Navy chiefs are inside South Block. The meeting between the service chiefs, CDS and Raksha Mantri could begin anytime now. The chiefs are right now taking their own briefing from the DGMOs or the military operation officers from their respective forces. Then they will be briefing Raksha Mantri on the ground situation, who in turn will go to Prime Minister and brief him over the situation, how things unfolded over last one night. As our senior colleague Pragya was also pointing out, that Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh have been taking real-time review of the ground situation. Overnight, NSA was tasked with providing every possible input to Prime Minister as the Operations Sindoor 3.0 evolved overnight from Jammu to Jalandhar to Jaisalmer to Amritsar. The way things were evolving and the way things were evolving every passing minute, it was being briefed to the top leadership. Now a concrete report, a consolidated report of overnight operations will be presented to the Prime Minister, is what we are given to understand.
All right, Priyank, Yavar, Suhail, Rishabh, Pradeep and Pragya, thanks so much for joining us with all those updates. We'll keep coming back to you as and when those developments take place. But let's quickly open this up and take it across to our guest. Joining us with us is Colonel Utkarsh Rathore, defense expert, joining us here in the studio. We also have Pathikrit Pain, geopolitical analyst, joining us. Colonel Ramchandran is a defense expert, joining us. And Lieutenant General A.K. Suri is a former Director General of Army Aviation. RSN Singh, author, also joining us on the show. Let me begin with you, Colonel Utkarsh Rathore. At the moment, just look at what has happened last night. Just after India responded to Pakistan's provocation of attacking our military installations, we have seen how Pakistan late evening decided to once again provoke by sending in those drone swarms and missiles, which India successfully repelled. And India has also replied to those kind of unprovoked aggression coming in from Pakistan side without an escalation, which is very, very important. Colonel Rathore.
Past 24 hours have been very, very crucial, and we have seen lots of escalation from both sides. On 7th, we saw, on 8th, we saw India hitting Lahore and Sialkot in broad daylight. And in the evening, we saw Pakistan sending a swarm of drones to us, and which were actually successfully downed by Indian air defense system. So here we find this, what is happening now, both the countries are poised, and Pakistan is relentlessly hitting innocent civilian on Indian side, particularly on the LOC. And same thing Pakistan has done to Jammu also, even in Chandigarh also. So here Pakistan is making no difference and is actually purposely hitting and targeting the civilian population.
Yes.
And your correspondents were telling that even is using sniper rifles to aim at civilians. This is also going on.
Yes, in fact, one of our colleagues' vehicle was also damaged because
he was
Yes.
throwing the slug, and this is why now this situation is at a place which is actually any time it can become very, very critical. And I'm expecting that in today's briefing, MEA's briefing, the Indian government will take a stand
Yes.
on this from this point. Where
A
do we go?
decisive stand to be taken.
Yes,
that's
where
what
do
is
we
expected
go?
at 10 a.m. Just about 1.5 hours to go now. When that press briefing is expected. What is the announcement that will come in? What have been the provocations from Pakistan? And remember, as many as 50 drones have been shot down coming from the Pakistani side, which gives an indication of the amount of damage that Pakistan wanted to inflict on India, but of course failed miserably because India's air defense systems were at play and were able to thwart every single attack that came in from Pakistan. A lot more to talk about, but we're slipping into a very quick break here. We'll be right back. Do stay with us.